1.5 million people deleted ChatGPT in 30 days. That is not a theory. That is the verified number from March 2026. Now, I want to be clear about something before we go any further. This is not a video about why ChatGPT is bad. I still use ChatGPT. It is still one of the most capable AI tools available. But 1.5 million people did leave, and they switched to something. So I spent 2 weeks testing every tool they moved to. Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, Grok, the same 4 tasks on all 4 tools, timed, honest results. Some of what I found surprised me, and the answer to which one actually replaces ChatGPT for daily work. It is not the tool most people are talking about. Welcome back to Zero-Click Work. This channel is about using free AI tools to do more work in less time. In March 2026, OpenAI announced a partnership with the US Department of Defense. For many users, that was the final straw after months of frustration with model quality. People started canceling, 1.5 million of them in 30 days. I am not here to tell you whether that decision was right or wrong. That is a personal choice only you can make. What I am here to do is answer the practical question. If someone leaves ChatGPT tomorrow, what do they actually use instead? And for which tasks does each alternative genuinely perform better? I ran the same 4 real-work tasks on Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, and Grok, and I compared every result honestly, including where ChatGPT still wins. Let us start with the test. Test 1, professional writing. Same prompt for all 4 tools. Write a professional email to a client. The project timeline needs to move by 2 weeks. Apologize clearly, explain briefly, and offer a specific solution. This is a task every professional does every week. Gemini produced a clean, structured email. Correct tone, good length, nothing wrong with it. Grok produced something similar, professional but slightly more direct, less warmth, more efficient. ChatGPT, which I included for comparison, produced the most polished version, good structure, natural apology, specific solution. Still the benchmark for professional email writing, but Claude surprised me. Claude's email did not just apologize, it reframed the delay as an opportunity to deliver better work. That kind of nuance usually takes 3 or 4 rewrites to get right. Claude got it in the first draft. For professional writing, Claude and ChatGPT are the 2 strongest options. The gap between them is small, but Claude edged this test. Winner, Claude. Strong second, ChatGPT. Test 2, live internet research. I asked all 4 the same question. What are the most in-demand AI skills for IT professionals right now in 2026? This is a question where the date matters. The answer from 6 months ago is not the same as the answer today. Here is what surprised me. All 4 tools search the live internet. That was not the case even 12 months ago. So the real question is no longer who searches and who does not. The real question is how transparent is each tool about where its information comes from. Gemini gave a well-structured answer. 13 to 14 sources. But not a single source showed a date. You have no way of knowing how current that information actually is. ChatGPT showed more sources, and most were dated. TechRadar, April 2026, Times Ascent, February 2026, but scroll down further and 2 sources stand out. Cambridge Infotech, December 2025, Great Learning, December 31st, 2025. For a question about skills right now in 2026, those 2 sources are already outdated. ChatGPT mixed old and new without flagging which is which. That is the limitation worth knowing. Grok was the volume winner, 44 sources, all current 2026 data. The most comprehensive raw research of any tool in this test. But with 44 sources, you still cannot tell which specific fact came from which source. Perplexity did something none of the others did, 10 sources, but every single claim in the answer had an inline citation attached to it. LinkedIn. LSECIONIT. You can see exactly which sentence came from which source, and then it did one more thing. It personalized the entire answer for IT professionals in Bengaluru, not India. Bengaluru, that is a different level of research. Winner, Perplexity. For source transparency and relevance, Grok strong second. For raw research volume. Test 3, coding. I asked all 4 to write a Python function, read a CSV file, calculate the average of a specific column, handle missing values gracefully, return a clean result. Basic automation task. The kind of thing an IT professional might write a dozen times a month. Grok and Gemini produced working code. Clean. Readable. Would run without errors. but neither added anything extra. ChatGPT did what it always does well: error handling, clear comments, a brief explanation of what each section does, solid and reliable as always. Claude went further. It added a type hint on the function. It handled the missing values in a more robust way than I had asked for, and it added a doc string that explained exactly how to use the function. That extra mile on code quality is why developers who switched from ChatGPT to Claude tend to stay switched. Winner: Claude for code quality and depth, strong second; ChatGPT for reliability. Both are genuinely good choices for coding. Test 4, summarizing a long document. I gave all 4 the same task: a 15-page technical specification document. Summarize this into 5 bullet points that a non-technical manager can understand. Grok produced a decent summary, accurate but slightly surface level. Perplexity handled it well, clean summary, good language. But this is not what Perplexity is optimized for. Claude produced the clearest summary. Each bullet point was genuinely useful, and it correctly identified the most important technical decisions in the document, rather than just the most frequently mentioned ones. That distinction matters for long technical documents, but Gemini surprised me with one specific advantage. Gemini can handle documents up to 1 million tokens in a single session. That means a document that would need to be split and fed into other tools in pieces can go into Gemini whole. For very long documents, Gemini's context window is a practical game changer. Winner: Claude for quality of summary, Gemini for very long documents. Here is the honest scorecard. Test 1, professional writing, Claude wins. ChatGPT a very close second. Test 2, live internet research. All 4 tools search the web. That was not the case 12 months ago, but transparency separated them. Gemini, 13 sources. No dates visible on any of them. ChatGPT, dated sources, but mixed, some from late 2025. Grok, 44 sources, all current, most volume of any tool. Perplexity, 10 sources, but every single claim had an inline citation attached, and it personalized the answer for IT professionals in Bengaluru. Winner: Perplexity. For source transparency and relevance, Grok strong second. Test 3, coding, Claude wins on depth and quality. ChatGPT wins on reliability and consistency. Test 4, document summarization. Claude wins for quality, Gemini wins for very long documents. Overall pattern: Claude wins 3 of 4 tests. But here's what the scorecard does not show. ChatGPT still performs well across all 4. No single alternative completely outclasses it. Each tool wins at something specific, and Grok performed solidly across all 4 tests. It did not win any single test outright, but it never came last either. 44 sources in a research test from a free tool on an X account. That consistency is genuinely impressive. Now, the question your audience is actually asking: should I actually cancel ChatGPT? And if I do, what do I use instead? Here is my honest answer. Let me start with something important. All 4 tools I tested, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, and Grok, have free versions. So does ChatGPT. You do not need to pay for any of them to start using them today. Every single one, free to try. Now, if you are currently on ChatGPT Plus at 1,999 rupees a month, here's the honest question worth asking. What do you actually use it for? If you use ChatGPT Plus for image generation, voice mode, or the custom GPT store, those are genuine ChatGPT Plus advantages. No other free alternative matches them right now. Keep the subscription. It is worth it for those use cases. But if you are mainly using ChatGPT Plus for writing, coding, and research, based on my 2 weeks of testing, the free tiers of Claude and Perplexity cover those 3 tasks very well, not perfectly. Free tiers have limits, but well enough for most daily work. So here is my practical suggestion. Before canceling anything, spend 1 week using Claude free tier for writing and coding, and Perplexity free tier for research. See if those limits affect your workflow. If they do not, you now have a genuine choice to make. If they do, you will know exactly why the paid version is worth it. Either way, you will make a better decision with 1 week of real data than without it. One more thing before the outro. Because the real question is not which tool tests better. The real question is whether you should personally change what you use. Here's a simple framework. 3 situations. Situation 1, your concern is data privacy. Where does your information go when you type into these tools? Then yes, research the alternatives. All 4 tools have different data policies: Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, Grok. Read each one. Choose the tool that matches your values, not the one that tests best, the one you trust. Situation 2, your concern is cost. Here is something worth knowing. All 5 tools have free versions: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, Grok, every single one. Free to start today. No credit card needed. If you are on ChatGPT Plus and mainly using it for writing, coding, and research, try Claude free tier and Perplexity free tier for 1 week. See if the free tiers cover your workflow. If they do, you have a genuine choice to make. If they do not, you will know exactly why the paid version is worth it. Situation 3. You use ChatGPT every day. It works perfectly for your workflow. Stay. Seriously. There is no award for switching tools. You do not need to switch. ChatGPT is still one of the most capable AI tools available. That has not changed. The professionals winning with AI in 2026 are not the ones loyal to one platform. They are the ones who know which tool to open for which task. That is the skill, not the tool. All 4 tools are linked in the description below. Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, and Grok, all completely free to start. No credit card needed for any of them. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment with one answer. Are you staying on ChatGPT, or have you already switched to something else? If you switched, what was the moment that made you decide? I read every single comment and I will reply to as many as I can. If this video helped you make a clearer decision about which AI tools to use, please hit the like button. It helps YouTube show this to more people who need to see it. Subscribe if you are not already, because next week I am investigating something that Sam Altman himself flagged. Companies are blaming AI for mass layoffs, but the data tells a very different story. That video goes live next week. See you then.